Praey for the Gods is probably a game a lot of you guys don't know about, and I can understand why. It's not like there's been a ton of buzz surrounding this game, and at this point, it's only in early access for PC. However, this is a game that looks absolutely fantastic, and now we have been informed that the game will be coming to not only the PlayStation 4, but PlayStation 5 in early 2021. Want to take a look at some information about this game and get you guys up to speed? There's an in-depth PlayStation blog article that I'll leave in the description box below as well, if you want more information, but we'll talk about some things that director Brian Parnell from No Matter Studios said about the game, because he has some interesting insight regarding the game. And I want to take it from the top, because if you look at Praey for the Gods, looks like a pretty big budget game, maybe not like a grandiose, ground up PlayStation 5 game, but it does look pretty big budget. Well, what if I told you that No Matter Studios is a really tiny studio of 3 developers? Yes, 3 developers, and Praey for the Gods is a crowdfunded game that has been in development since 2016. So very long time for a game to be in development, but not a grotesque amount of time given the team size and as well the scope of the game. Relatively normal, but we are hitting the final stretches of the development of the game. Since the time, Tim, Chien, and I have been working around the clock, I as in Brian Parnell, to get the game ready for a version 1.0 launch with new boss content on PlayStation 4. As a small team of 3, Chien was already focused on PlayStation 4 and had implemented a number of optimizations over a series of months that got us running at a solid 30 FPS on PlayStation 4. It looks great on PlayStation 4 and runs well, but on the PlayStation 5, the game is truly amazing. 60 FPS right out of the gates at max graphical settings. Full shadows, high-res textures, it's awesome. Load times are dramatically reduced and it runs like a dream on PlayStation 5. Seems like that's going to be a regular thing of developers saying that the game runs okay on PlayStation 4, but it runs incredibly well on the PlayStation 5. Look at the Ubisoft titles like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That game being able to be ran at 4K 60 FPS on a $400 or $500 box in 2020, I think that's rather incredible. Maybe it's not the 8K 60 FPS that some people were expecting, and they got baited into believing that, and most people knew that that was never going to be the case. But 4K 60 FPS is a gargantuan feat for a box that is relatively cheap. Now, that is the technical aspects of the game and it arriving to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, but what about the game itself? The description notes, Praey for the Gods is a brutal journey set on a desolate frozen island where your only chance of survival is to destroy the very gods you believe in. Some people drew comparisons to a game like Shadow of the Colossus, and I definitely get that vibe for Praey for the Gods. But I mean, dude, if you're comparing a game to Shadow of the Colossus, that's pretty healthy comparison points to be a part of, and, Shadow of the Colossus is a very, very high bar to reach. But again, a comparison point like that I would think is rather healthy. And then you read a little bit more in the About section on the Steam page, and those Shadow of the Colossus comparisons really come to fruition even more. Praey for the Gods is a boss-climbing open-world adventure game where you play as a lone hero sent to the edge of a dying frozen world to discover the mystery behind a never-ending winter. Arriving with only the clothes on your back, you must survive the colossal dangers that you encounter. To restore balance and reclaim the land from the brink, you will be faced with questions that not even a god knows the answer to. You've got massive beasts that you gotta fight, and you gotta scale these beasts and figure out how to beat them, overcome impossible odds to climb atop, and defeat the massive beasts that are bound to this land. If you played Shadow of the Colossus, you are getting very, very strong SOTC vibes from this description, but let me reiterate, that is a very, very good thing for those of you that haven't played Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus is considered by many to be one of the best PlayStation 2 games of all time. If you want to put that as your top 1 PlayStation 2 game, the top PS2 game ever released, go for it. That is a fantastic choice. But maybe we'll rank how good PS2 games are in a different video. Throughout the game, you're going to be able to climb, glide, and swim. You can climb on virtually anything you can get your hands onto, from ruins and mountains to massive beasts that inhabit the land. Ascend to the top of mountains and then glide over the open world to reach previously inaccessible locations. Swim in frigid water to uncover hidden locations that contain secrets and treasures, but don't stay in too long or your swim could be your very last. Throughout the game, you'll also have some survival aspects that you have to incorporate. Explore, craft, and survive is a tagline that they have noted. You'll arrive on a frozen island with only the clothes on your back. It's up to you to survive, make fires, hunt for food, and find the equipment you need to make it through an eternal winter. Nature isn't the only danger, so craft weapons, defeat minions for better gear, and venture into long-forgotten caves to discover their secrets. Triumphing over these trials will prepare you for the impossible odds that wait. Now, I've made a lot of SOTC comparisons, and definitely those comparisons are there, but you'll see here, this is where the game kind of differentiates from it as well, and it's adding other elements of nuance that is gonna make some of its gameplay elements have a little bit more variety and just be a little bit more different. The game notes, make your path, pray for the gods is a non-linear game where you choose who you battle and how the large beast can be attempted in any order, allowing you to set the course. And throughout the game, you'll also unravel the mystery. Why won't the winter stop? Why has no one returned? Cryptid paintings left behind alluded to a story once thought forgotten. To restore balance and reclaim the land, you'll be faced with questions that not even the gods know the answer to. So that's all directly off the Steam page. You can go on their official website and there's more information there. I should also note, again, the game is in early access on Steam. I personally have not played the early access version. I will be waiting for the PlayStation 5 version of the game to drop. But 944 Steam user reviews, so still not the most reviews in the world, but 87% positive for a game in early access. That is actually very, very good. You try to hit the north of 90% number on Steam, but 87% for a game in early access is very good. And what's more of a telling sign is that the recent reviews, given that early access games obviously evolve over time, 35 user reviews have 94% positive. That's actually very, very good for an early access title, and obviously they're adding the finishing touches, they're getting to 1.0. When it comes out on the PlayStation 5, it's going to be at its premiere state, so I would expect the game to get even better than what you're seeing right now on PC. Wanted to bring this game to your guys' attention because I feel like it's a game that when a lot of you guys see it, you're going to be like, wow, this is a game that looks really great. Where the hell has it been? Why didn't anybody tell me about it? And sometimes that is just going to happen in gaming. I think that's happening more so than ever before, just because it's on to the next one. It's on to the next big game every single time. Like, remember when Mortal Shell came out and Mortal Shell had a decent bit of buzz around it around the time of release? Well, the following, 2 days later, it's very much on to the next game. Yes, it'll have some people lingering on, but the news cycle in video games is very much a what have you done for me lately type of thing. And sometimes you do need to break away from that and give some attention to these games that are going a little bit under the radar. Credit to PlayStation Blog for giving them a premiere article on their platform, so it does get some attention out about the game and definitely deserves a lot more. So definitely want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Are you sold on it? Is this one that you're looking at and you're already like, man, I'm going to pick that one up day one? Or is it one that you're going to wait on, see how it ultimately turns out, and things of that nature? I do believe the game will be released at $29.99. It's actually 35% off on Steam right now. That promotion will last until November 2nd. And they do actually note in the Q&A for the early access version, will the game be priced differently during and after early access? And they noted not at this time. So $30 price point as well. Budget price point for a game that does seem to have a little bit of a AAA element to it, even though it's a game being developed by 3 people. So credit to them. And hopefully you guys do look forward to it. But that's going to conclude this video. Definitely sound off with your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.